So, in the tradition of Cheers and Frasier, strong women leads have always been something that we love seeing Frasier go up against. So, can you talk a little bit, and this is a question for all of you, about how Olivia and Eve fit into that tradition of strong female characters and Frasier?
Go for it.
Okay. Well, I what I love is that Eve does not come from the same place as Frasier, not even close, and she can she's not terribly impressed by this very impressive person to a degree, but also so much of this goes over her head. She's not a scholarly person necessarily, but I love getting to like sort of puncture his bubble sometimes. But also there's this beautiful father-daughter relationship too, and yeah, it's such a fun sort of parallel or like juxtaposition to play all the time. Yeah, and also Roz being back is like reinforcing this too. And I didn't even realize how much Eve and Roz have in common, being single mothers who are hustlers and
Yeah. Getting it done.
and sort of see through Frasier a little bit. But yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I also love. Frasier has great admiration for Eve, of course, because she is a single mother, but she's also charming and from a different world than him, and he is fascinated by people. He always has been. He embraces the different in people, and is always trying to figure out where they came from, who are they, what's motivating them, how are they getting through life, and because he's earned himself a position where he can actually be a fairly generous person as well. It's like to include you in his life is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And if you have an opportunity to do something that's right. Okay, I'm digressing again. Have you guys ever seen the movie Bang the Drum Slowly? It's Michael Moriarty and Robert De Niro. De Niro's playing a catcher, Moriarty's playing the pitcher in a professional baseball team. The catcher gets a wasting disease and is basically going to die. Everybody knows it. And the kid, who's the pitcher, Michael Moriarty, is at the top of his game. He's, women are chasing him. Contracts are being offered to him. And there's this marvelous scene sitting in a bar. Somebody says, "What the hell are you doing looking after this guy? What are you doing?" And it's just the most wonderful moment when he just says, "Well, I'm doing what I have to do. It's what you should do." And it's just a breathtaking moment about if you can help, you help. That's who you are. That's what you're supposed to be. It's the human experience, and that's what we have to do. And he does it so beautifully. I don't know whatever happened to Michael Moriarty. I actually knew him years ago, but he was magnificent in that moment. If he never gave another performance in his life, that one earned him a place in heaven. And that's.
And the thing about like doing what you have to do, I think that one of the wonderful thing about all the characters, but specifically the women in this universe, they're doing what they have to do, but they're all living their truth, right? They're all really going for what they want, right? Eve wants to be an actress. She's not made it yet, and she's got a kid to take care of, but she's still going for that dream. And Olivia, like, she's excelled, in the academic field, and she's, in her work, she's doing well, but now she wants to be whole. She wants the rest of it. And so she's like going after that.
To be a relevant participant in your life, you have to go for the whole life.
Yeah. And I think that's part of the strength of the women in this universe, is the fact that they're like, you know what? I'm not going to let anything stop me. I'm going to keep going no matter what. I'm going to pick myself up and I'm going to keep going, which we all know is what women do. We have some stuff that happens that's gnarly, and we're just like, you know what? I still just got to keep going. We're going to keep going. And it's like one of the most beautiful things about you, Kelsey, and the character of Frasier is when he looks at people, like you said, he loves people. And so he will embrace you and bring you into his world. And I think that that's one of the wonderful things about the women is like Olivia and Eve and Ross should never in any universe be friends. In what universe are they friends? But because of this person, they are brought together into this sort of like family where you get to see this beautiful friendship between three women of completely different ages and completely different backgrounds. And I think that it's a really good example for humankind in general, but also for women, because really there's been a lot, I think, a lot has happened in history to make women competitive with each other, right? And to kind of like want to like tear each other down, right? And we shouldn't be doing that. We should be together because we know each other's experience at the core. And that's how we will excel. And that's how we will succeed. And that's how we will raise good men. And that's how we keep going, right? And so I think that the fact that they have this bond, and like, I know that when Olivia looks at Eve, she's like astounded. She's just like, I don't know how, like, you're so cool. You know? Like, she's just like, you know? And I think that that's the beauty of Frasier, is everybody seeing who the other person really is and actually like reveling in it and getting something out of it.
See, Jill, see what you did.